Child, Zeus Network is the only motherfucking network that I know that will literally take a whole season of a show, film the entire show. We're literally at the fucking finale, and then they want to go ahead and start recording the reunion, and now we gotta wait about a month or two to get to the fucking reunion process. Ghetto, just fucking ghetto. And until we get to there, child, there's a lot of tea that is spilled. So I guess we could get into this tea before we able to get into the actual fucking reunion. Y'all want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
I'ma tell these niggas, come on, you can eat it up. Ain't no need to listen, you can be all in these guns. I ain't explaining shit to niggas, that's ridiculous. How you left for one to get mad when they finish up? I'ma get some dick today. No, it's fine. I'ma get some dick today. It's so fine. I'ma get some dick today. We outside. I'ma get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today. Cause I'ma get some dick today. I'm gonna get some dick today.
Let's get into it then.
Wait. Now, I love y'all, and I love doing YouTube, but y'all know YouTube be on that bullshit, and right now, it's quite literally the motherfucking ghetto. And listen, if you know me from way back when, then you know it's two things about your girl. Number one, I hate being anybody's best kept secret. And number two, if it don't make dollars, it don't make Scott no motherfucking sense, ho. So with that said, the best way to help me help you and keep the fun going is to join the Patreon, baby. Now I know I've struggled with consistency and whatnot in the past. I get it. But listen, baby, when our creative fund is impacted, then that makes it hard for me to do the content that y'all love, whether that be story times, commentary, hell, even my motherfucking music. Like, it makes it extremely hard to do. So I'm telling y'all now, if you're only experiencing me through this platform, which is YouTube, then baby, you are only getting half of the tea. So head on over to Patreon and get the full Scott Santana experience. And also, because a lot of people have been asking me like, oh, Scott, when you bringing your story times back, oh, what happened to the laptop? What happened to those videos like from 2016? That channel that I have that I was doing story times on, that channel from 2016 is no longer. But here's the good thing about Patreon. Now it's 2023. I'm older. I'm 30 years old. Well, a whole different fucking gender now. But listen, how cool and exciting and fun would it be if I went back and I retold some of the old stories that you guys knew and loved from me, but from a grown and older, grown and sexy 30-year-old mature perspective? Like, how dope would that be? So make sure that y'all go down to the description box, you click on the link to get to my Patreon, and y'all motherfucking subscribe, ho. Definitely make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter, okay? Because I swear I be over there talking to myself. Like, I be live reacting and live tweeting in real time to the fuck shit that y'all be putting on Beyonce's internet. So definitely make sure that you follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with the engagement and what's not. And definitely make sure that you stream my music too, okay? Because I talk shit, but I also write hits, okay? So don't be dumb, bitch, because you ain't dumb, bitch. Back to the video. What's going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka She, and we are back for another motherfucking child. Let's talk about it, okay? Now listen, if I didn't say it, then it was a motherfucking sad hoe, okay? I'm just down here to discuss the fuck shit that y'all be putting out here on Beyonce's motherfucking internet, girl, okay? Now listen, we are all sitting here waiting, literally waiting, fucking panicking, shook, just craving the fucking Baddies West reunion. And before we can even get to the fucking reunion, child, we got all of this tea that done fucking spill. We got the Baddies East auditions. It's about to come. And listen, if y'all don't follow me on Twitter, girl, I don't know why the fuck not. I don't know why the fuck not. Scott Santana on Twitter, because I don't know why the fuck not. Because I get my opinions about shit in real motherfucking time. So instead of you waiting on the goddamn video, you can get my opinion in real motherfucking time. But since all of y'all not following me on Twitter, and I don't know why the fuck not, I'm doing a motherfucking video to discuss everything baddies that has been going on these last couple of days, last couple of weeks. Now, the last time we left off was with the finale. Y'all know that Rolly, not even Rolly, Chad, look at me bringing her ass into it. Chad, I mean, she seemed to make her way into Baddies everything, okay? She apparently is about to be on Baddies East, so I'm hearing. Okay, so she was on what, 2 seasons of Real Rock Chance of Love. Then she was on Baddies South, Baddies West, and now she's trying to roll her ass over to the East. I did not mean to say her name, but goddamn. Looks like I'm gonna be saying it another more year, okay? Another more year, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this. So apparently, y'all know, Biggie got into it with Stunna at the whole reunion, and we're not even really going to discuss that because that's old tea by this point. But basically, you know, they got into it at the reunion, got into it on camera or whatever, and you know, then afterwards, then Stunna and her girls were trying to jump her, and then Biggie went around telling everybody, oh, she had a gun, and telling the driver to pull off, and a fucking embarrassment, like, and then Natalie got the nerve to have this bitch as one of the judges for Baddies East. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. I don't know whether to start with the Baddies East C or continue with the Baddies West C, because this is my point about Zeus. It's like Zeus is literally the only fucking network, okay? Billion-dollar network, $1 million network that will literally air a whole entire fucking season's worth of shit. Then decide on finale day, oh, hey, wait, we didn't shoot a reunion. Then decide to go and shoot it, and then be like, okay, so we're gonna actually air a different show right now. We're gonna air a spinoff of the current show that we was, you know, that y'all was waiting on the reunion for. We're gonna air that, and then in about 2 months later, you know, come check on us, and then we'll drop the reunion. And then, you know, in the midst of doing all of that, we're gonna audition for the next season. Like, y'all cannot tell me that this is professional the way they got this shit set up. And everybody keeps saying, oh, give me my $5 back, Zeus. Oh, this, that, and the third. Y'all literally been saying that since Jocelyn's Cabaret season 1. Yet we are all still, well, y'all are all still here. Okay, because I ain't paying for Zeus. Okay, I ain't paying for Zeus. Okay, I got somebody else logging. I ain't paying. And then even then, I still wouldn't be paying because the shit is available online. But like, come on now. Come on now, Zeus. Come on. This is why y'all forever gonna be got on forever in the gutter. Okay? But nonetheless, we are here to just discuss the chaos of what's going on, because just like Zeus Network is chaotic, so is all of this goddamn tea. So we finally got an air date for Baddies West. I guess the reunion is supposed to drop next week, okay, which by that point will be, what, 3-4 weeks after the goddamn finale. And because we all fiending, they can get away with shit like that. But by this point, if you have not seen the goddamn trailer, okay, because listen, Zeus is so damn goddamn ghetto. Not only did they not have a reunion fucking ready, they said, oh, bitch, we're going to give you 30 seconds of a piece. Okay, here you go, 30 seconds of something. Okay, we're going to show you Stunna rolling up. Okay, Stunna running up on Broly, or Stunna running up on whoever the fuck she ran up on. Okay, and then they said that's gonna be 1 week, and then the next motherfucking week we're gonna drop the actual fucking trailer, and then a week after that we're gonna drop the trailer to the trailer to the trailer, and then in the middle of that we're gonna do auditions, and then after we finish doing auditions and then finish editing that before we drop the premiere for the auditions video for the new season, then we're gonna do the reunion. Y'all see how fucked up that is? But okay, nonetheless, so the reunion is finally fucking coming next week. Finally motherfucking coming next week. By this point, we know that everybody has fought. We know that Razor has not shown up. And apparently, Razor decided to sit down and do this whole podcast with this girl that honestly, I've only seen her on TikTok. Some of y'all might have seen her. I don't know if y'all be on TikTok, if y'all even be on Baddies side of TikTok, but I've seen the girl on TikTok and she does like, you know, reactions to the episodes like every week or whatever. I didn't even know that her and the girl was close, or I don't know if the girl was a super fan, but they was talking like they was close. I don't fucking know. And at first I was going to pay it dust. I was going to pay it dust because I felt like just hearing what I heard through the little clips on TikTok, that was enough to hear. And I feel like, you know, Razor, if you didn't show up, then that's on you. That's on you, right? But there was nothing else on television, nothing else on YouTube, and the video came up, and it turned out to be like an hour long, so I sat and I watched it. And this is the video if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So Razor sat down with this girl, and basically throughout the video, Razor is kind of just giving like her whole story, right? Like her claim to fame. And apparently, you know, when it came to Baddies West, it was something that she just wanted to do randomly. She didn't really think that she would get it. Apparently, she wants to say that she went through the process normally like everybody else, but here's the gag. Because we already know that when it comes to Baddies, by this point, we're going into Baddies East auditions. We already know that they already got their mind set up of who's going to join the cast. And I've said this on Twitter before, right? I've said it. I've said that Natalie's claim to fame right now and like her strongest power right now is the formula that she's doing. Like it's working. Have 2 or 3 girls from a Bad Girls Club, you know, thing that we all know and recognize for familiarity, right? Then bring on one reality star that we miss, right? That's where Tommy comes in. That's where Scott from Black Ink comes in. That's where, you know, like a Dream Doll comes in, right? You know, you have your BGC girls, you know, that come in. You know, that's where the Claremont twins could come in. That's where, you know, Lo came in and Kat came in, right? And then you decide to round out the cast with that. You're included on it as well. And then you have, what, 2 or 3 more girls that you get from auditions, right? Just keep that going. So Razor decided to take it upon herself to reveal that, yeah, she went through the process like everybody else. She stood in line. But the gag is that she did not stand in line for very long because she was probably there only about 10 minutes before, you know, basically security walked up to her, gave her a VIP pass, and it was just basically like from that point on, she kind of knew she was on the show. She went through the motions, but it was kind of just obvious, like, okay, I'm getting star treatment, yada, yada, yada. And honestly, there's not really much to say with that because we already know how Zeus is. We already know. And really, honestly, judging from what the fuck we saw, Razor was the baddest there. I mean, she looked the baddest. She was the prettiest. Y'all can call it colorism. Y'all can call it whatever. But in this case, colorism worked for her. Okay, because she got chosen. It was what the fuck it was. Okay. She also talked about how, you know, she would do a season 4. She would come back for a season 4. She said that, you know, she didn't really feel like production was, like, she was 50-50 with production. She felt like, you know, half the time it was good to her, half the time nah, But the point of me bringing her up is because everybody wanted to know why she did not show up to the reunion. And so Razor's whole thing was, I didn't show up to the reunion because, well, basically Razor's claiming that she was supposed to get on a flight to LA, to California, but she missed her flight. And when she missed her flight, that's when she started pondering and thinking like, well, you know, since you missed your flight, is it even worth it trying to get another flight? You know, like, because apparently she was doing a connecting flight. And I'm just like, if you got money, why are you doing a connecting flight? But okay, like, that sounds like broke bitch shit to me. But okay, not to count your coins, but to count your coins, because y'all get up on the show and y'all brag about how much money y'all got. Okay. But she's saying she missed her connecting flight, and then when she missed her connecting flight, that was like her woo-ha, come to Jesus moment of, do you really need to be on this show? Why even go back and fight? And why da-da-da-da-da? And listen, we all watch Bad Girls Club. We've all watched Love and Hip Hop. We've all watched all of this shit where motherfuckers talk all that shit, all got MCs, and then they get to the point of a reunion, and then they got 1,000,001 excuses as to why the fuck they cannot show up. And basically, and honestly, and truly, and to the point, that was fucking Razor. That was Razor. Okay, like, miss me with the, because everybody like, oh my gosh, so much growth and listen, Razor was team Baddies. She was team all of this. She was team all of this up until the episode where she showed her ass, literally, and got beat the fuck up by Scotty. Once she got beat the fuck up by Scotty and saw that social media was no longer on her side, that's when Razor was like, oh no, this is not for me. That's all of a sudden when she wanted to start growing. But bitch wasn't growing up until she saw that goddamn episode, and then she saw the response on social media. And that just got out of truth. And if we take it a step further, which is what she did, Razor brings up in the interview, you know, basically how she was a fan fave coming into the season. She was. People loved her from auditions. When they saw that she got picked, it was like, oh my God, yes, that's exactly who we wanted. We fuck with her. And then, you know, remember, literally like the 2 weeks before Razor got into it with Scotty, she was trending nonstop. Get your lick back. I don't know, friend. If it was me, I would get my lick back. Get your lick back. Like, she was trending everywhere. And she was a fan fave. So literally, once she got into it with Scotty, everything twisted and turned around, and she became most hated. And that is where I feel like that is when she said, okay, I'm not going to the reunion. I'm no longer fucking with the show. I'm not promoting this shit no more. Because that is when she started feeling embarrassed. And so now to see this goddamn podcast come out or whatever, right? And now you can even go through the comments, or you could go on Twitter, because another thing that she mentioned in this podcast was how what really happened between her and Scotty. And she said that, okay, well, I didn't really know any of these girls, but the reason why I went so hard at Scotty, which, and honestly, everything that she said felt like reverse engineering. It felt like, okay, I saw how social media felt. I saw what some people tried to use to say to help defend my name. So I'm going to take a piece of that. I'm going to add a little bit of me back into it. And I'm just like, it didn't feel real. It didn't feel genuine. It felt like bullshit, because she makes it seem as though her whole thing with Scotty was, Scotty, I don't know you. And Scotty was just some bitch who who I didn't even have rapport with, that was just touching all over me. And then she was like, see, at least with Krishan, because, you know, everybody was saying, well, Krishan was touching you. It's like, well, at least Krishan came up and said, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? And we discovered that we have mutuals from Baltimore. And I know one person that she knows. And, you know, it was something there. It was rapport there. And it was like, no, bitch, you still did not, you didn't know any of them. You still didn't know any of them. So we're not going to sit here and play the game of Samantha's. We're not going to sit here and play none of these games. Just say that you was fucking embarrassed. Just say that you was embarrassed. You was embarrassed and you got drunk and you started doing too fucking much. But we're not going to sit here and act like there's a reason why you didn't have that act right. Because, come on. Just because Krishan said, hey, what's your name? And y'all found out that y'all knew one person, okay, from Baltimore, like, that is still not enough for her to be grabbing all over your ass and this, that, and the third. Now, granted, y'all can sit here and say all day, that's her body. She can do what she wants to. Okay, cool. Cool. But y'all know in real life, that is not how shit goes down. Y'all can try and play that shit when it comes to, you know, niggas and the whole Me Too movement and all of that with serious cases and whatnot. But we're not going to sit here and act all righteous and act like we don't be with our girls or don't be out. Because y'all, like, it's just like these things happen in real life and then y'all try to get up online and act like it's something completely different. The same way that y'all want to sit here and act like y'all don't do coke, or that y'all don't know anybody that do coke, or that you've never seen people doing coke, and calling everybody crackheads, and oh, Jocelyn is a cocaine, and all of this, that, and the third, but yet everybody's so part of the nightlife, and y'all be engaged in that shit down to the clubs. Please stop. Because y'all get up on these social media platforms and act self-righteous and act like y'all forget about what actually happens in reality. In reality, you get drunk. You go to the club, and if you're not the type that's sitting there ready to fight bitches because they're stepping on your shoes, and you probably the type that's in the bathroom line, getting drunk, meeting people that you don't know. Oh, girl, you're so pretty. Oh, my God, we're going to be best friends, best summer of our life, and rubbing boobs, and oh, girl, your boobs are nice, and oh, can I touch it? Doesn't make you a rapist, does not make you a sexual predator. Miss me with the, this my body and da-da-da. Yes, it is your body and all of this, that, and the third. But what we're not going to do now is, because you need a shorter grasp on, because you're embarrassed, is try to make this into some whole sexual predator, somebody trying to rape me type of thing. That's what we're not going to fucking do. That's what we're not going to do. I didn't like it when she did it then, and I didn't like the fact that she was doing that shit now, and I don't like the fact that everybody is in the comments trying to, listen, all of y'all bitches that's out there that's been sexually assaulted, stop projecting. Stop projecting, because that's not what this is. And that's not to say, oh, listen, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't said. So I'm not even going to give a disclaimer. At the end of the day, stop projecting your sexual trauma onto this, because that is not what the fuck happened. And we're not going to sit here and change history. At the end of the day, it was a bunch of girls having fun, doing girl shit that girls fucking do, getting drunk and doing whatever. And nobody made the girl pull her pants down. She's the one that pulled her pants down. Even if she felt uncomfortable this plenty of times, she could have said stop, but she got fully naked. Nobody ripped her clothes off. She got fully naked. So what we're not going to do is sit around in 2023, especially during today's time and age of the Me Too movement and of everything that's really fucking going on, and sit and act like Scotty was down there trying to rape that girl. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Because even in the comments right now, you know, because Razor went off to say about how she felt like she wasn't really close with her mother. Something happened with her mother and her father, and she lived with her grandmother, and she loved her grandmother, but it wasn't the best environment for her to be in, and that's when she really started rebellion and acting out and this, that, and the third, and all of this trauma and shit. And immediately when she started talking, I said, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Because I could even see it on TikTok where people were trying to take these clips to humanize her. And it's just like, y'all got to stop. Everybody got a fucking backstory. Everybody has a backstory. And it doesn't mean that her backstory doesn't matter. But in this case, it don't. It don't. It don't. It don't. Because not many time did you spend on this show discussing your backstory. When y'all did the, wait, she was in, because I was going to say, when they did the whole little scene on the bus and they robbed CVS and it was time to open up because of Tommy. But she wasn't on that. She was too busy on the plane fighting Stunner. So what was the excuse then? Your trauma? Your trauma? Somebody touched you? Like, and again, it's not to, let me not give a disclaimer, because if I didn't say it, it wasn't said. We're not poking fun, but at the same time, we're not going to use certain, we're not going to do that. 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 The girl got too drunk. The girl got too drunk. It was what the fuck it was. Scotty's not a rapist, and we're not gonna sit here, oh, because her stepdaddy, and oh, somebody probably touched them. Okay, so then have clearer boundaries, baby. Have clearer boundaries. Have clearer boundaries. Like, I'm sorry, we're not gonna sit here and trauma bond. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. But that was pretty much the conversation. And even if I go to, because we can go right here right now, to the comments, and you can see Raver choosing this over the reunion is brilliant. How is it fucking brilliant? This is what we needed, because I guarantee she would have ever got a chance to speak at the real reunion. Oh my God. The fact that she's so grounded in herself is commendable. A lot of women would have kept trying to get to LA for the reunion. She took the delayed flight to pause and say, God, send me a sign. This isn't me. I'm going to go a different path. And her personal path is really making a splash. Can y'all shut the fuck up? Can y'all please go somewhere with this shit? Because, see, this is where colorism comes into play. This is where colorism and pretty privilege comes into play. Because had this been Erica Lucci V, had this been, let me see, who else? Who else is pretty and dark-skinned, but yet y'all would not have given the same amount of chances and grace to? Like, who the fuck else? Anybody but Razor. If this was anybody else but Razor, y'all would not be sitting here doing this. Not for Baddies. Not the spinoff of Bad Girls Club. Now all of a sudden we understand peace. Ain't nothing peaceful or growthful or spiritual or God send me a sign about Zeus Network. Ain't nothing. And we're not going to sit and act like this show was filmed 10 years ago, 10 months ago. This shit was filmed in November, December. This shit premiered in February. This girl was still promoting this shit up until like the middle of March when her shit fucking aired, which was less than 2 fucking months ago. Y'all gonna get the fuck out of my face with this shit. This is what I mean. This is why I do commentary. This is why I do videos, because y'all kill me with this fake woke shit, with this fake, just the fake shit. Like, call a spade a spade. She's pretty and she's light-skinned, and that's why we want to give her a pass and act like this is growth and because you're not gonna sit here and say all of those words not watching the Zeus goddamn network. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not indulging in no Baddies West and then indulging in Baddies East. And we got Bad Boys Texas premiere right now and talking about some growth. And God sent me a sign. And ooh, look, we're not. Y'all are playing in my motherfucking face and I do not like it. Playing in my goddamn face and I do not like it. Playing in my motherfucking face and I do not like it. Let's keep going through the comments. Razor's demeanor is the best, a true baddie. Show and benefited her more than the rest. I'm assuming Razor stabbed her stepfather for touching her. If that's true, that's why she snapped on Scotty. Oh, that was another thing too. Razor mentioned that she stabbed somebody who I believe was either her mother or her stepfather or whatever. And that probably is a story that somebody was touching her. Mother didn't believe in her because the mother ended up, I believe she stabbed her stepfather, and then instead of the mother like coming to her aid, the mother went and sued her, right? Sad, horrific, all of that. And yes, one could say, oh, that's why she went after Scotty. That's why she felt uncomfortable. Has she not been that comfortable with Krishan? Has she not been that comfortable with Krishan and everybody else? We're not going to do that. You're not going to play on my intelligence. Like, at the end of the day, all she would have to say is, bitch, I just don't fuck with you like that. You're just not pretty enough to be touching this. That would suffice. But what y'all not going to continue to fucking do. You're not. What y'all are not going to continue to fucking do is play on my goddamn intelligence and then play in my fucking face and utilize and weaponize personal trauma as your way to get some sort of clout or get some attention or get some sympathy. Y'all going to stop doing that. Y'all going to stop doing it. And it literally happens every fucking day in 2023, and it gets on my goddamn nerves because then you have everybody who's either been a victim or feels like they could have been a victim at one time that has not dealt with their trauma, that automatically see themselves in you and, oh my God, that could have been me. Oh my God, that was me. And it's just like, don't be so gullible and dumb, bitch. You went through what you went through, and that's sad. But don't sit here and let them play on your goddamn intelligence because they know that you was going to feel a certain way and knew that you was automatically going to rally around them because as soon as you hear, oh my God, assault, oh my God, trauma, it's just like, let's go protect this person. It's like, let's go protect this person. As soon as y'all hear somebody speak about trauma, y'all automatically feel the need to shield yourself around a person and protect the person. And that's not what the fuck this situation was. I'm sorry, it's not. Even when she explained it out of her own mouth, it still did not make sense. You didn't know Krishan from a can of paint no more than you knew fucking Scotty. Just because Krishan said, hey, what's your name? And, oh, I know a person too from Baltimore. That It still does not justify. And yes, at the end of the day, it's her fucking body and she can do what she wants with her body. But my point is, and bitch, say that. Don't make this and try to turn this into some whole sexual assault thing when that's not what the fuck it was. Just say, you're not a bad enough bitch to be touching my body. I don't fuck with you in that type of way for you to touch my body. Literally say that and that's it. But don't turn it into all of this. Because these comments are ridiculous. And those of y'all that are falling for the shit and believe in the shit on Zeus Network at that, y'all are gullible and dumb. And I'm gonna need y'all to deal with y'all trauma because this is the same way that, because this video could become something else. But this is the same way that they literally get over on y'all every single day with propaganda in the news and the media and all, because they know your pinpoints, they know your triggers, and this is why they continually pimp the fuck out of y'all because y'all allowed them to. Because you have not taken enough accountability. You have not taken enough accountability to deal with your own shit and deal with your own trauma. And so people recognize those weaknesses and know how to pinpoint them and use it to their advantage. And that's exactly what she did in this situation. Let me read a couple of more comments and then I'm done. I love Razor even on the show. I also feel like they were trying to play like she was delusional for calling out Scotty. Delusional or was she drunk? Okay. I'm losing brain cells reading this. Such an amazing interview. You're so talented. Razor's so smart for this. I always felt she stood out in a good way. Sure, she had her ups and downs in life, but she's human. Everyone does. So okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not reading. I'm done. Because y'all are so full of shit. Y'all are so full of shit. Now all of a sudden, we looking at Razor as, like, let's keep it a real. Let's keep it a real. Let's keep it a buck. Razor was the fan favorite of the show because she was the prettiest. And she was light-skinned. She was a bad yellow red bone. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a fucking buck. Let's keep it a buck. You think Krishan would be getting away with as much if Krishan was shaped like Biggie, looked like Biggie, had Biggie's complexion? Like, come on. Come on. And I'm not that girl. I'm not that as a black woman. And oh my God, as a black woman in America, and I have it so hard. I'm not that girl. And I'm not that girl to just yell like color. But what you're not going to do is play in my face and act like, oh, we so in love and so in awe and so da-da-da-da-da because of Razor, when it's no. We're in awe because of Razor's skin tone. We're in awe because of Razor's color. We're in awe because of, like, because if Razor was a couple of hues darker, y'all be calling her thug. Y'all be calling her all sorts of, so please cut it out with the bullshit. Please. Please. Child, this is what happens when you edit videos off. And I ain't editing none of that shit out. Allergies is kicking my ass. Okay. So, let's go ahead and keep going. Let me see. What the fuck else was there to talk about? I feel like we had to talk about something else. Yes, the fucking auditions. The motherfucking auditions. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this shit because it's some shit that I wanted to discuss with the auditions. Okay, because apparently there's a new location for the Baddies East auditions. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Yeah. So there's a new location for the Baddies East auditions. And it says, before I even read this part, I'm going to go down to the bottom. It says, this is a closed audition. Only registered applicants can participate. If you are not already registered, you will not be allowed on the premises. This is no on-site registration. Let me read that one more time. Attention, this is a closed audition. Only registered applicants can participate. If you are not already registered, you will not be allowed on the premises. There is no on-site registration. But then yet they put location update and then put the exact address of where they're going to be. And this is how you know Zeus is ghetto, because they got the fucking highlighted pink words in the wrong goddamn areas. First of all, this right here, the place that they're going, that should have been highlighted. And then attention should have been highlighted. And then closed audition should have been highlighted. And then registered applicants or only should have been highlighted. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. But if you don't know the point in me bringing that shit up, the point in which I brought that shit up for was because you want to say it's a closed audition, right? And nobody's going to be allowed to audition on site yet. They sent out the location. Now, listen, I've never auditioned for Baddies before. I've never auditioned for Baddies before. I've never auditioned for Baddies before. I don't know if in Oakland and Atlanta and wherever else they did auditions, if they put the address out there. But I do find that kind of fishy. I do find that kind of fishy that they say that it's a closed audition, yet they put the address out there. And then second of all, it's just like, if it's a closed audition, like how hard would it have been for people to just register? And then once they're confirmed that they're on the registry, then you send out an email at a later date to everybody that is that is on the confirmed registry. You send out an email later to everybody on the confirmed registry. You send out an email with the updated location or the location period. Why are we publicly posting the location but saying, yeah, this is where we're going to be, y'all, but just know if you're not on the list, you can't get in. We already know that they filming the motherfucking auditions. We already know it's going to be a fucking mess. I mean, look at Bad Boys, Texas. Look at Baddies South. Baddies West. We already know it's going to be a motherfucking... Listen, I'm telling y'all now, Zeus, Natalie, Lamel, don't bring that shit over here to the East Coast. And by Baddies East, they must mean like DMV. That's literally what the fuck they gotta mean. And then I guess what? Baddies North is gonna be what? New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Chicago? Or unless they planning on doing like a Baddies Midwest, I don't fucking know. Baddies Middle, I don't fucking know. But do not plan to come over here to Jersey, New York, Philly, and the Tri-State and expect to get away with that bullshit. Because niggas will be leaving on stretches. And I keep saying that, and I'm keep warning them because I just want everybody to be aware of the games that they're playing. Like, I'm not going to wait until auditions and then... I'm telling y'all now, it's going to be a shit show. There's no reason why they should have put that location on the goddamn ad if they did not want it to be a shit show. They know that people are going to show up. They know that the fire marshal is probably going to come. They are doing shit for ratings. So those of y'all that did not know whether or not, you know, everything that happened in the Baddies West finale was real and, oh, how was Zeus at fault? This is how. You're not going to tell me that all of that chaos happened on Baddies West finale in the Bay and they didn't learn not a goddamn thing. Like, so if somebody ends up losing their life for some ratings, if niggas end up going to the hospital, whatever the fuck ends up happening, this is on Natalie's hands. This is on Lumel's hands, okay? The one who set up on TGIF and got cursed the fuck out by Funky Dineva and try to act like, oh, I'm not doing anything against the community and I'm here and we're not trying to weaponize violence and oh, we here for black people and all of that. Yeah, he in the midst of drama every time it's going off. Just got his face blurred out on the show. Know who y'all dealing with, because I'm telling you, when shit hit the fan, they're to blame. They're to blame. And so what's likely going to happen is we're going to have the Baddies West. We got the Baddies East auditions this week is being filmed. We got the West reunion dropping this Sunday. Baddies East auditions are probably going to come out. Let's see. If it's May 12th and they filming it, so then we'll have the Baddies East auditions, casting tapes. Like, we'll be able to watch it. That'll happen probably end of June. And then we probably won't get the show and the season until like October, I want to say. We'll probably get it around Halloween because they're going to take the time over the summer to film. They probably going to film from July and August. And then, yeah, we'll have the show sometime around Halloween, November. That's how that's going to work. I'm telling y'all. I already know Zeus like the back of my motherfucking hand. But before we go ahead and end this video, let's go back to this. I just want to, let y'all know and just, just in case you ain't see it, who is supposed to be our judges, right? So on the main stage, we got Tokyo Tony. A hot fucking mess. We got Natalie Nunn and we got Ruby Rose. And then we got Rolly back, we got Low London back, we got Scotty back, we got Cat back, we got Biggie back. We got every fucking body that we did not ask for is back as a pre-screen judges. And then as a special, because here's the kicker. Here's what fucking got me. As a special celebrity guest, we got Krishan. Black China, I can understand, but we got Krishan. we have Krishan. Okay. And then as an uninvited guest judge, we got Sydney Starr, because y'all know she's going to pop up as usual. Listen, child, let me know what y'all thought about that down in the comment box below. I mean, Tokyo and Black China always got some shit going on. This shit going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a hot, fucking chaotic mess. And all I can say is Zumel, Lunel, Lomel, Natalie, Curtis. I want all of y'all to know this is going to be on y'all fucking hands, okay? And you got Tommy and Natalie going against each other because Natalie supposedly beat Tommy the fuck up, and everybody like, oh, Natalie's starting to learn how to fight it. Natalie been knew how to fight. Cut it out, y'all. Natalie been knew how to fight, but Natalie doesn't get, like, when are y'all gonna learn that Natalie is just what's good for the show? Natalie will literally do some Jussie Smollett shit and have her own crime set up and have herself hung and beat the fuck up for dollars and for ratings. Like, Natalie does not care. She will take a black eye for ratings, but Natalie knows how to fight. She knows how to fight. Her talking, I ain't running late. All of that is part of it. But she's not up here to literally like physically harm people. Like, she's a trained fighter. So it's a little bit different than street fighting, but she knows how to fight. But she's not here to prove anything. She's here to get the bag. So if she has to lose a fight just so she can come back strong, and that's going to make her be like, Natalie already got this game mapped out. And that's where y'all go wrong every time. Because y'all sit and y'all say and talk about the same shit as y'all been doing for the last 10, 15 years as though she's not playing all of y'all. But all I'm going to say is, listen, Baddies East, all of y'all that is involved, good luck, because blood is going to be drawn. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all thought about all of this down in the comment box below. Y'all keep saying that y'all want me to review Bad Boys Texas. Child. Because every time I see them on that show and I see them fighting, I'm just like, y'all are too big. Y'all too big to be this feminine and be this. Y'all don't want me to review that show. Y'all listen, y'all do not want me to review that show because that's family. And I ain't gonna keep it cute. I'm not gonna keep it cute, okay? Because they too big to be running around like a bunch of sissies. They too big. Act like a man. Act like a man, nigga. Too big. Too big. Like Chef D. You is all a 6 motherfucking 6 and up here jumping people. And then let alone got your perm piece falling out. Like, Santana, come get your boyfriend. Come get your nigga. Santana, that's who you. Santana had to be the top. Santana had to be the top in that relationship. Like, this is who you was like. Y'all don't want me to review that show. Y'all don't. Okay, so listen, definitely make sure that you stream my motherfucking music out as if you give a fuck. Okay, and make sure that you let me know your comments and your thoughts and your opinions down in the comment box below, and I'm gonna read it as if I give a fuck how. Okay, and I love each and every one of y'all. Like I said, if I didn't say it, then it wasn't motherfucking said. Thank you for catching up with me, bitch. Okay, I'll see y'all in the next one. Get some and Swing My Way is all on streaming services. It's under one, and I'm gonna fix that, but it's on streaming services now. If you've been waiting, how. Go stream my new motherfucking songs. Okay? Bye, girls.
Baby, we don't have time to waste. I'm trying to take it to